Hi guys, it's another top 10 and I've got Dominic McCauley. He's back. Right, Dom, how you doing,
Yes,
mate?
doing great. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Talking
Good to
about
see you.
talking about one of the greatest bands of the this
Yes,
period of music that we love so much.
Ratt. We're here to talk about Ratt. So just do the usual quick rundown. This is from Wiki, remember, so not might not entirely be
Okay.
true. American, I know this is going to be hard. I'm going by Wiki standards. Glam metal band.
Yes,
Yeah.
glam metal.
Um,
I have no problem with that.
and this Ratt were obviously instrumental in that LA scene in the 80s, obviously. And it's funny, this isn't from Wiki, but this is from I've caught a few documentaries about the LA glam scene, and Ratt were one of the, I believe, one of the most successful around in the LA glam scene, but they were one of the last people to have a record deal, one of the last bands to get a record deal, I
Hmm.
believe. So
Okay.
I think they found it quite hard to land a record deal, but obviously they did, and from then it was very successful, obviously. Um, so only 7 studio albums. That's mad, isn't it? Think about it. And most of them during the obviously the main period, the classic period. Um, so the main lineup, just go through the band. Stephen Pearcy, of course, on lead vocals. The two brilliant guitarists, Warren DeMartini and the late Robin Crosby. Juan Crucia, I suppose that's how you pronounce him, on bass, and
UCA, I
Bobby,
think. Yeah.
yeah, and Bobby Blotzer on the drums. What a name that is! What a cool name. So I've got to say, I mean, it's a bit of a strange one with Warren DeMartini is sort of like heralded. He's sort of like underrated, but also highly rated by people who know what they're talking about. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
And obviously Robin Crosby, the two of them, amazing guitarists. The tone of the guitars, beautiful. Like didn't sound like anyone else. Sort of really clean sound, wasn't it? Oh,
No, that's the thing about rap, not just the guitars, but everything. I mean, there's no mistaking them. His voice,
yeah,
just the whole production. I don't think Bo Hill, when he did the first album, I don't think he had done any other metal at that point. So it
yeah,
just had a sheen to it, and just yeah, it just sounded amazing.
yeah. And you said there, Stephen Pearcy, obviously unmistakable vocals, and it's weird, isn't it? Because at that time and when they were on the scene, and coming up to the mid 80s, it was all about singers that could like scream and all that stuff, but he had a totally different voice, and it just suited the band, didn't it? And it just made him stand out, I suppose, more than anything.
Yeah, absolutely
So I
agreed.
love, absolutely love Rap. One of my favourite
Oh
bands of
yeah,
that
one of
era.
one of my favorites. And they're just so consistent. The first four albums, I just think, whereas like Motley Crue, the first 4 or 5 albums are kind of up and down or whatever. I love the first 4 albums, just so
Yeah,
consistent. I think they all have quality material.
yeah.
I know some of the fans don't really rate the third and fourth records, but I think they're very strong,
Mm.
as you'll see in my list. Um, and yeah, they just fantastic.
Very cool. So it's a top 10. It's pretty straightforward. I go first on this, and I with my number 10.
You do, yeah, the one and only time.
Yeah, good. Right, okay. So when you say first 4 albums, that must go up to Reach for the Sky, isn't it?
Reach for the Sky, yeah.
So right, okay. So my number 10 is not on any of them albums. In fact, it's on an album that is usually slagged a little bit, I suppose, hit on a bit by rap
Detonator.
fans, Detonator, because it is almost like very, what was the words, commercial, I suppose. Like it was looked on at
Desmond
the time,
Child, they brought in the outside writer.
outside writers, but at the time, I love this. Well, I do. I love the album. It is
Oh
different.
wow.
I gotta say, it is different than the
I didn't
rest.
realize that you were a fan. That's all
I
right.
am.
That's cool.
I'm definitely a fan. I'm not saying it's my favorite album, but I love the
No,
album. Um,
cool.
and my number 10 is "Can't Wait on Love." Love the song. I can't wait on.
Wait
I can't
on,
wait on.
can't wait on, can't
I
wait
just,
on, love.
I suppose it's more attuned to their maybe their previous first few albums, a bit rockier. It sounds more like Ratt's song, I suppose.
There are some tunes on Detonator where they do sound like the old Ratt. Absolutely. You know, not so much the singles, but yeah.
But quite an explosive song, quite not fast. They were weird. They're very much a medium sort of pace sort of band, aren't they? Apart from a couple of tracks, but yeah, a great track. I love "Can't Wait on Love." I've always loved it. That is my number 10.
Great. All right. Well, my number 10 isn't from the first four albums either. My number 10 is from the quote unquote reunion album from 2010 called Infestation.
Right.
It was a complete shock. And this is the single off it, Best of Me. I was just so blown away by this song. And the album was such a surprise, you know. They had some problems, you know, that self-titled Yellow album was, you know, it wasn't them. It was just very, it wasn't alternative or grungy or anything. It was just so laid back and just didn't have real much for personality. But this comes out and it's just like it's 1983 all over again. It's just fantastic. And the album is good too, you know. In 2010, it was just, you know, it was a breath of fresh air. So, yeah, Best of Me. If you love Ratt and you're watching the video and you didn't know this came out, or maybe you were a bit apprehensive, I would definitely recommend to check this out because it's kind of their lost classic in their catalog. And it's just a shame they couldn't keep it together for more records because I thought this was going to be the start of like, all right, a new rebirth, you know, but it was the one and only. That's it.
I mean, Stephen Pearcy in great form on that album. Like you said, it just sounded like it would just come after Reach for the Sky or something, didn't it? You know, it was
yeah, absolutely
a pretty amazing album. Yeah, I've got to say, great choice, mate. Number 10. My number 9 is probably one of the catchiest songs they've ever written. I think I've mentioned this a little while ago in one of our programs. I can't even remember what it was about, but it's from Dancing Undercover, and it's Looking for Love. Just a great riff. What a catchy riff, a mentally catchy chorus. Like maybe one of the catchiest choruses they've ever written, I think.
Yeah, the riff between the riff and the chorus. I mean, it's just do 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 do. So good.
Yeah, amazing song. Looking for Love. It's weird. With Dancing Undercover, I know that's one of your favourites, if not your favourite album. Because I do listen to you, Don. I do listen to you, see.
Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you. I will preface that by saying especially side 2. I think side 2 is just perfect. Yeah.
But for me, it was, whether it's expectations, I don't know. Like the first 2 albums, I was really into Ratt massively. And I don't know what, you know, sometimes you just build yourself up that it's going to. At the time, I was a little bit disappointed in Dancing Undercover, but now it's one of them albums that has almost like come back, and I'm like, yeah, I can understand the love for it now. Do you know what I mean?
Great. Oh, that's good to hear.
So Looking for Love. Yeah. I think it's weird, isn't it? Sometimes at the time, it's just you was in a moment in time, the expectations, I don't know what it is. But then you look back, a lot of albums have done that for me lately, where they're looked on that by fans as maybe not so strong, but there's some gems, man. I mean, Looking for Love, though, has always been one of my favourites from that album since it came out.
I've got kind of a funny story. I saw them on that tour, and they opened with that song.
Oh, wow.
And Piercy comes out with a bottle of Jack running to the stage. You know, they've already started playing. The singer always comes out late, you know. So he runs to the stage and he slips and falls right on his ass right when he's supposed to start singing. It was like the most rock and roll thing. Oh man, it was great. He's laughing, the band's laughing, everybody's laughing. It was great. So great.
And of course, 1986, that album came out.
Yeah, your favorite year of music.
Yes. Exactly. That's my number 9, mate. Well, so
good enough. All right. Number 9 for me is one of their biggest songs. I've always loved it. Back for More from Out of the Cellar. As you said, these mid-tempo ones, you can't call them ballads, but they're definitely not total rockers. They're all kind of, you know, mid. But I have to say, the older I get, the more I realize that Bobby Blotzer was their secret weapon. He his drumming is so inventive and so in the pocket. You know, he's not busy, but his fills and stuff are just,
Mm,
there's no other drummer like him. I think he's just so underrated. You know, when I
yeah,
was younger, I just always thought he was kind of an idiot. I didn't really, you know, he was always making faces and stuff. And I didn't really rate him at all. You know, I would probably say Tommy Lee was probably my favorite drummer of that era. But Blotzer, man, some of these songs that I have on here just swing. He's
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know, just in the pocket. And along with Juan on bass, I mean, what a rhythm section! Just incredible.
I mean,
But back
it's
back
all.
from yeah,
Sorry, go on. It's, I suppose, all about the song sometimes, isn't it? Like, with drummers and bass. If you don't, the good thing is they're not playing their own thing. They're just in tune with the song, and it just, that's what's good
makes
about
all
it
the
sometimes.
difference in the world. Yeah, you
Yeah,
you you play for the song, you don't play for
yeah,
yourself. You know,
agreed.
I still hear drummers just overplay everything, and
Mm.
they just think they have to fill every moment. You know, and that's nothing Blotzer does is space. It just keeps it breathing and moving. It's just so great. I would love to hear some isolated drum tracks. I think he's that good.
I
Anyway,
agree.
back for more. I mean, if you're a Rat fan, you obviously know this one. It was huge on MTV at the time,
Yeah, yeah.
and just a great tune.
It is. It is. It's such a great tune. It's my next choice, my number 8.
Well, hey,
So yeah,
I got a coinkydink.
I think this stood out as well. Amongst this song actually stands out amongst a lot of Rat tracks. I think something I never felt like this, but I think some fans would say that some Rat tracks sound quite familiar, or sorry, samey, like from track to track. Sometimes they've got this, like I said, this medium pace sometimes. And I love Rat, especially those first 3 albums. But this, like you said, is more. It's got like almost acoustic in it. It's a bit
Yeah,
different. Even that acoustic guitar keeps going, throughout most of the song. So I think it stands out as something like that. That sounds a bit different for Rat as well. It's Rat because of the vocals and all that, but it's definitely something a bit different. And like you said, almost close to a ballad, but not quite.
but not
Um,
yeah. They're totally rocking.
Great song, absolutely brilliant song. Back for more. And one of their ones, I think, even when Piercy goes and plays his Rat songs, I think he does this
Oh
now, doesn't he, all
sure.
the time?
Oh yeah, they'd be lynched if they didn't do this one.
Yeah, great song. Okay.
Okay, number 8 for me. Back to side 2 of Dancing Undercover. This is the song that follows, Looking for Love. This is Seventh Avenue.
Yeah.
This is one of those that I just was mentioning about swing. Um, I see your picture in the magazine. I knew it must be you. It's
Oh
just so
yeah,
great. On Seventh Avenue.
it's a great song. Yeah.
Yeah, just it hit me right when I got I think I had the cassette. That's why I always say A and B because
Yeah.
I think B was the one I listened to more often. But yeah, just fantastic swinging song. Kind of a precursor to Way Cool Jr. maybe. Got that
Mm,
kind of same feel.
mm,
But I prefer this one.
yeah. While we're on the subject of Dancing Undercover, I've got to say, one of the coolest album covers. I
You
mean,
like it?
I like it. I just think it's so fucking cool. Um, it just looks great, doesn't it? That's
They all
totally
look great. Yeah, they all look very cool.
totally different from like obviously the first 2 albums were quite good as well. The covers were very
Yeah.
good. But then we get this completely different album cover, and I just think it just almost oozes class a little bit. The way the guys look in the band and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I sometimes think that maybe that was to the album's detriment that they didn't follow up with another hot girl in a compromising position cover. Maybe it would have gotten more attention or people would have been more comfortable with. I don't know.
Mm.
Who knows? I don't know, but I like it too. I think it's pretty cool.
Almost a little bit similar to I think it's the back of Tesla's great radio controversy, where it's got the same.
Ah, yeah,
It's got a little split, isn't it? Like the band on the back.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think it was that one. Very cool. Love that. I love that. So very cool. Um, Great choice, by the way, mate. Brilliant. A little bit more of a deeper cut there, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, my My list is not a best of. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean, yeah, mine's a bit of a mix, a bit like yours as well. But this next song is probably definitely one of the more well-known ones. Right back to the debut album, right back to the beginning, right back to the first song, "Wanted Man." Oh, fucking hell. Obviously, there was a lot of bands at that time as well going through this like cowboy stage, wasn't there? You know, at the time, and the
Sure.
video and all that. But what a fucking song, man! I mean, it's just we said about oozing class, but this has got like a coolness to it, isn't it? This is the sort of thing you just want everyone to hear when you're playing it. Do you know what I mean? It's like when it kicks in again, that really sort of almost slow to medium pace and grinding that brilliant riff out. Oh, what a song! Wanted Man. A single, obviously,
Yeah,
all over MTV as well at the time, I believe.
it
So
was.
yeah,
Yeah, a human target in my. So good.
brilliant, brilliant. It reminded a little bit around. Obviously, it was before, but it does remind me. I know you're not a massive fan of Modern Day Cowboy, are you? By Tesla again, mentioning Tesla again, but
But yeah, it is in the same.
almost had that feel where it sort of has a died down, and once it gets going, it sort of
Yeah,
really fucking, it's brilliant.
I'm sure
Absolutely
Tesla
brilliant.
probably a little bit influenced by
Yeah, I
it,
would
with
agree.
the
I
greatest
would agree.
respect.
Yes, I definitely
Yeah.
agree. But that's my number seven, mate.
Okay.
Wanted Man.
Okay. My number seven. It's strange. This wasn't a single, um, and it didn't have a video, but it made it on their last best of album. I've always loved it. I think it's a great opener. It's the opener for Reach for the Sky called City to City.
I like the song. Yeah.
Yeah, it just comes in. It's got city noises and then it just crashes in. I've always liked this one. This one always gets me going when it comes in. I always have to turn it up that little bit extra just to get it. Because again, the production is great. Another great rhythm section track on this. I love it. Cause I'm running city to city.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah,
song.
really good.
I
Yeah,
think
love
that
that one. I
I haven't got it on my list,
I
but
was
it
just
was
gonna.
fucking close.
Yeah.
It was fucking close.
Oh yeah. I think even more than Dancing Undercover, I think Reach for the Sky is underrated.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Again, the album cover probably didn't. I like it because it's so random. It's almost like a hypnosis cover. It's just like this statue, and it's a mishmash of images. But I like it, and I like the cover. And yeah, there's some really quality stuff. I think for both Dancing Undercover and Reach for the Sky, the best songs weren't the singles.
Yeah.
So if you didn't buy the album, then you didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's my opinion.
No, very cool. Love that one, man. It's a brilliant song. Number six. So a bit of a deeper cut, but on probably a lot of fans. Would you say the debut album was, in general, the fans' favorite album? It's not mine.
Yeah.
It's not
I
mine,
mean,
but
it's their most successful as well as sales as well. Yeah.
yeah, a massive album, of course. I do love the album, but even from the beginning, and this isn't about like the hits, like playing them too much, although they was played a lot. Nothing. I've always liked this song as a deep cut, and it's In Your Direction. I just think it's so fucking cool. It's just I love I love the second verse. It almost has like a different feel to it. It almost dies down and the production changes, and you've almost got Stephen Pierce's voice is like comes in a lot of an effect on it, and just like you can hear one guitar playing. It's just a brilliant song, and like I said, more of a deeper cut, not the obvious choice of Out of the Cellar. Obviously.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, great song. I don't dislike any song on Out of the Cellar. I think we've both said that She Wants Money is probably the weakest song on there, but it's not like I don't listen to it. You know what I mean? It's not like a skipper. It's not like, I hate that song. It's just, out of the 10, that's my least favorite. But there's so many highlights on that album that it's hard to say.
That's my number six.
Album.
Yep.
Good. Well, I'm on the same album here, number 6, and another deep cut from Out of the Cellar. This is The Morning After.
Oh yeah.
It is just fantastic. As you say, you were saying earlier about one of their catchier songs. I think this is one of their catchier songs. What was this, number 9 on the album or something? I mean, just
Yeah, I
way
think,
down.
yeah, way down. Yeah, brilliant song.
But a definite highlight. I remember seeing their reunion tour before they did the Yellow album. They did a tour. I think they had that compilation collage out. And I saw them, and I think their second song was The Morning After, and I almost cried. I was just like, oh my God, this is incredible. And it was like it wasn't a club, it was like a very, very large club.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to hear that, and it just sounded great. The band sounded great, and yeah, it was really great. It was fantastic. So yeah, The Morning After, classic song. I'll say something funny. I used to think that he said, I'll be your morning after. And I always thought, oh, that's nice. That's very romantic. Like he's going to stick around. Or whatever. But then I realized later in life that it's actually, I'll leave them. but sometimes I still sing, I'll be your morning after. Yeah.
Oh man, that's such a fucking cool song. I really love that. Might be hearing about that one later, maybe.
Might be, yeah. I figured.
Be, what a song. That's an excellent choice. So my number 5 maybe is a ballad. It's difficult to tell. It's coming off my favorite album. I haven't actually mentioned my favorite. I haven't had my favorite album yet, have I? Which is Invasion of Your Privacy.
Invasion of Your Privacy.
Privacy, whatever it is.
Privacy, of course. I got to remember where I am.
It's really weird as well, you know, like thinking back, it's a long time ago when this album came out, obviously 1985, was it? I think it was 85. This is one of the albums I remember actually picking up from the record store. I don't remember that many, you know, and because I got this up London. I got this in London. I went up London to go to Carnaby Street when it was a good place to go, looking at T-shirts and stuff like that. And I went to
the young Lee out on the town.
Yeah. And I remember grabbing the album, and obviously that was a good album cover when you're 15 as well. And
oh yeah,
and just not just obviously the lovely bird on it, but hot chick or whatever you want to say, but. You know, even the
yeah, I think bird and chick are equally probably as offensive, but we're going to go with it.
But just the whole look of the album, like the silver, like look, you know, the light blue and the silver of it, and I just fucking love the album, man. And over time as well, this whole album never gets old. I can listen to it. It's probably one of my most listened to albums all the way through, you know, growing up. Never get tired of any song on it. And I've chosen the close to ballad, I would say, close to my heart. It's got to be the closest they've ever come to a ballad, surely.
You've always got to pick those emotional. You're such a romantic, Lee. It's just incredible. Closer to my heart of all the Ratt songs in the world.
It's obviously still got some heavy. It's obviously still got some little heavy parts as well.
Of course, I'm just playing, but yeah.
That
is a very Lee song. Now that I reflect on it, yeah, that is a very Lee song.
When you cross the line, then you'll find one step closer to my heart. Brilliant, just brilliant.
No.
That's my number 5, mate.
Another funny story about that is that 20 years or more, I didn't realize. So I never understood the name of that album, Invasion of Privacy. And then I read something that pointed out there's a camera in the upper corner of the room. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Yeah. So someone's watching her, and it's in the top right corner.
Oh, right.
And that's why it's called Invasion of Privacy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it took me so long. I mean, I looked at that cover a million times. I just never realized that was it. A little camera in the corner.
I think, you know, clever. I think we've talked about album art before, but I know it sounds a bit weird because, you know, there's a hot bird on it, but that is one of my favorite album covers. I think the memories and it's just so cool in it. Just the cover in general.
Well, the colors, yeah, it almost looks like it's gonna turn into a horror movie. Like you can just imagine someone coming through those
Like Nightmare on
curtains.
Elm Street, like Nightmare on Elm Street film or
Yeah,
something
something
like
like
that.
that. Yeah, it's
Yes,
definitely knocked that out of the park for sure.
that's my number five, mate.
Okay, my number five is from the aforementioned Reach for the Sky. This closes the album out. It's called What I'm After. Such an underrated song. Talk about catchy. It's just fantastic. As I've been putting this list together the last few days, and this is the one that goes round and round and round in my head. I can't get it out.
No pun intended.
Oh, can't get it
Yeah.
out. That's what she said. Yeah, what I'm after.
Yeah.
The riff is great. It's a very catchy song. What can I say?
Yeah.
Underrated. Go check it out. As you said, Lee, some of these records with our old ears sound so much better than they did back then. Whether it was we just weren't in the same place or whatever, you know. I discover albums like that all the time, like Scorpions' Face the Heat. I put that on a couple months ago. I was like, God, this is really great.
Yeah.
And I almost just didn't even listen to it then. So, yeah. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend What I'm After. Track 10 off the Reach for the Sky.
And aren't they fucking good at closing an album out if you think about some of the last tracks?
Yes.
I won't mention them in case you've got some, but man, some of the last tracks they've got are just some of the best. Absolutely brilliant.
Agreed.
Okay. My number four. Now, I didn't know what to think of this song when I first heard it because it was so different for them. I thought, I mean, you know, we'll talk about like Ratt having this sort of medium pace sort of songs, which is their main thing. And then they came out with this, and I didn't really know what to think about it. And now I just fucking love this song, man. And it's Body Talk. I just love it.
You're going there.
It's almost got this. I mean, it's not fresh, but some of the guitars have got that sort of almost speed metal, fresh sort of feel. Obviously, it's catchy as hell, so it's not fresh metal, but you know, it's really like, oh man, it's such a cool song. And this is one of those songs that maybe back then I was like, it was okay. Now it's like, turn it up, just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, it was a change of pace for them and a very bold choice for a single as well, because it almost sounds like it would be like an album cut. You know what I mean? Even though it's catchy, well, all their songs are catchy, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's very fast, and yeah, I think they're trying to make a point here that we're not just that one thing. You know,
I think this was something to do with a film as well. I think it was a soundtrack or it was in a film. What was the one?
You're right.
It wasn't. It was the one with one of the Baldwin brothers in it. It wasn't. And he was looking at everyone in there. He had loads of cameras everywhere. I can't fucking remember.
Sliver.
I think it was something to do with Sliver at the time. But I'd have to.
Yeah, I remember it was in a film somewhere about never know.
If I'm wrong, I apologise, but I'm sure it was a film. Body Talk was about in a film. But
we're going to run with it. What
a great song.
Yeah, really good. It's so funny talking about these because there's very few rap songs I don't like. So, my number 4 is another album closer from Dancing Undercover. Enough is Enough.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, this is number 4, so this is my 4th favorite Ratt song of all time. So that's kind of a big deal. Again, this is a bit different for them. It starts with not acoustic, but like no distortion guitar, just him, just Piercy, but when it kicks in, man, it is so good. I like the way you talk when you undress me. Really good. Again, so much swing in the rhythm section. Really makes the song. And what can I say? Highly recommend Dancing Undercover, especially some of these deeper cuts if you haven't heard them for a while. But yeah, Enough is Enough. Never get tired of it. Absolutely love it.
It's a brilliant song. It's a brilliant song. Okay, my number 3. You know what? My 3, maybe my top 3 are equal. I don't know, but I had to put them in some sort of order. But this this is another deeper cut off
Mm.
of Invasion. And I've just always loved this. It's just, I don't know, it just hits me in all the right spots. It's what you give is what you get.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah, I love this song, man. And it is that part of the album, which is sort of in the middle of the back half of the album, if you like, sort of in the
Hmm.
middle of side two.
Yeah.
It's my favorite part of the album. You know, you get You Should Know By Now. I'm sorry if you got that, but You
Yeah.
Should Know By Now, and What You Give Is What You Get. Them two songs together, oh man, just brilliant. But What You Give Is What You Get. It's just amazing, just amazing.
Cool. Good choice.
It's
Number
so
three.
easy
That's way
to
up there.
forget. Oh, it's brilliant, just brilliant. There
What
you
you
go.
give is what you get. Yeah.
Yeah.
My number three is from the first album, Out of the Cellar. This is Lack of Communication. Um, I distinctly remember where I was when I heard this song. I think I'd seen Ran Around on MTV a few times. And then I was at a friend's house, and their older brother had the cassette of Out of the Cellar, and I happened to have my Walkman with me. So at some point while I was visiting, I popped it in, and side two was rewound. So I started with that, and I put that on, and just I was just transfixed. I was just Nothing sounded like this, and it was so punchy,
Yeah.
and just love it, and it gives me those feelings still.
Yeah.
My favorite part, I guess, is the chorus. Time passes on,
Yeah.
right, which I always thought was Piercy, but it's half Lon Cloutier and half Stephen Piercy
Oh,
singing
I
that
didn't know
part.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just love that song. Love it. It's very, it's kind of disjointed rhythmically in parts. So that
Yeah.
just makes it even more exciting. And yeah, just bristles with energy. Love it.
It's a brilliant song. It's a brilliant song, and sounds different than a lot of that album as well. It's got a different feel to it. It's a brilliant song. Okay, my number two. So we're going for a deep cut again. This is off of
Oh, wow. Good for you.
yeah, Out of the Cellar, and this is almost like where you had these two songs I mentioned in Your Direction already. This reminds me a little bit of that song, but it's just a little bit better. And it's The Morning After, which is your one that
Yeah.
you've already
I should
chosen.
have known. Yeah, I should have known.
I just love The Morning After. Got a bit of a gallop to it as well, hasn't it? It's just, oh
Mm-hmm.
man. But yeah, you've mentioned it's
Dun,
another
dun, dun,
match we've
dun, dun,
got.
dun, dun.
Yeah, another match
Yeah.
we've got. It's just a brilliant song, man. And like you said, in an album that had quite a few singles on it, I do believe. You know, you had Wanted Man, Round and Round, Back for More, and maybe others. And I was always drawn to these. I've always been drawn to deeper cuts, in general, as a music fan.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, even now when I listen to a new album, since I have them all like on the computer, or whatever, I always just screw up the list. Sometimes I listen to the 10th track first, just to I like to take it song by song and not necessarily.
Mm.
I know most bands probably want it to be a nice flow or whatever, but I don't know. I'm more into songs than albums, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
If that's a fair comment. Yeah, I've always loved deep cuts.
Yeah. The Morning After is my number two, mate.
Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. My number two is from your favorite album, and it is the opening cut, You're in Love, which again just blew me away when it came out. Just the riff, and it's just fantastic. Again, literally crackles with energy. It's got that thing at the start. Yeah, no, I think it's just fantastic. Couldn't believe they did it again.
Yeah.
To come up with something so exciting for their second album. Yeah, always be one of my favorites.
Perfection, mate, that album. I'm telling you, every song, I just absolutely love every song on the album. And that, just that right from the start, you got You're in Love, Never Use Love, and just what a start. What an absolutely brilliant start.
Yeah.
And then I believe that leads nicely into my number one, which I think is the third track, which is all right. I've gone for deeper tracks, but not this time. You can't say this is just it's just the ultimate like mid-80s glam rock track, glam metal track. And of course it's Lay It Down, one of the best riffs
Cool.
I've ever heard. That riff at the beginning, man, it's just electric, isn't it? Dan, da, dan,
And
dan,
just
dan, dan.
the
Oh,
production and the sound when those drums come in, it's just unbelievable.
yeah, it is. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, and this has got a little bit of a gallop to it, especially with the rhythm section, like the bass and the drum sort of thing.
Can you
Oh, you
imagine
just oh,
another rhythm section interpreting this song? I mean, I can't, I mean, that makes it. I mean, that propulsion underneath the song is just fantastic.
I've got to say as well. I haven't mentioned this yet as well. Their backing vocals is totally different than anyone at the time as well. They had this sort of almost like it's almost like an echo of what Piercy was singing, and then one of the other members would shout the words, but in like a high pitch. It's just weird. They had some elements that no other band would have at the time. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Completely distinctive. Yeah, absolutely.
But Lay It Down, what a classic track, one of their most famous tracks, but just brilliant. Just brilliant.
Yeah, it never gets old. Yeah.
No.
Well, this is a time for celebration, my friend.
Yeah.
Of all the videos we've done, we've never had a matching number one. But today is the day. That just shows how monumental this song is.
Yeah, it is. And I know what you're like as well. You're more than me. You sometimes don't want to go for the obvious here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You're right. But
I don't think you can argue. You just can't argue with this song. It's just it epitomizes the whole glam metal scene of LA, really, doesn't it? This song.
Yeah, I mean, my top two are "Lay It Down" and "You're in Love," which are two of their biggest songs, but they're so special. I never get tired of them. No matter whenever they start, it's just game on. It's fantastic stuff. So, yeah, "Lay It Down," and I love the video too with that little kid, that creepy kid, and he does the Stephen Piercy thing at the end with the. So great. He looks like Damien or something. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Just a classic song.
What a song. What a song. It basically summed up that brilliant era.
I can't believe that we matched a number one song.
How many songs did we matched on? Was it 3 songs as well? Yeah, Back for More.
Yeah, at least
the
3.
After, and Lay It Down. Yeah, just superb. Just superb. Did you have any ones you wanted to mention that nearly made it?
Yes, I do. I really struggled with this because I'm like, I gotta mention these songs. Okay, "Wanted Man," which luckily you had on your top 10. Just couldn't cut something out. Opening side 2 of "Invasion Privacy," "Between the Eyes," is fantastic. I don't like your. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, I also chose "Looking for Love," which luckily you had on yours as well, so that's been covered. And then a later song from a soundtrack from Point Break, "Nobody Rides for Free," I think is a very good song. And it was the last song they did before they broke up the first time, and it does have that kind of feel to it, knowing that was the end of the band. It has that kind of almost nostalgic feel to it. I love it. So great. "Nobody Rides for Free." So that's it.
You know what? I could probably choose everyone that I didn't mention on "The Invasion of Your Privacy" for one. I could any of those songs. "Never Use Love," "Between the Eyes," like you said. "You Should Know by Now," which I've already mentioned. What's the closer for that one? I love the last song as well. I can't remember what it was, mate.
Is it "Dangerous but Worth the Risk"?
"Dangerous but Worth the Risk." Yeah, I like "Scene of the Crime."
I know something, that it's true.
Oh man, I mean, I love it. Like we mentioned, closers already. "Scene of the Crime" off of "Out of the Cellar." I love "Top Secret" off of "Detonator" as well. That's
that's one of the best songs on that record. Yeah.
And it's probably this will probably annoy a lot of fans because it's probably a Desmond Child song. It probably is, and you know I like a ballad, but I really
Oh,
love
giving
I love
yourself
giving
away.
yourself away. I just like it. I just think it's.
Oh,
I
you've got a
know, I
big,
couldn't
big
help
heart, Lee. Big heart.
it. But yeah, what a brilliant band. It's been excellent talking to
Yeah.
them and matching as well. But I mean, some of the men, you know, even when you're mentioning the songs that in yours, the memory is just, you know, not just my list.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I had some, quite a few of those songs on my list. I
Yeah,
can kind of pinpoint, maybe not the first time I heard it, but if it was at a party or if I was with a friend or what we were
yeah,
doing, I totally put that together with some of these songs.
brilliant, mate. Okay. Anyone wants to join
All
in with their
right.
best Rat songs, top 10 or top 5 or whatever? I know
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
they're a brilliant band. We'd love to see your favourite songs in the comments below. Until next time, mate. Yep, you go.
Yes.
Thumbnail
Oh, yeah.
time. Yeah.